Hi, this is Jonathan Tiersten from the Perfect House and Sleepaway Camp, and you are listening to the Real Nerds Podcast.
Hey, Real Nerds listeners, your favorite host Ryan here to remind you that social media is great. How great is it? There's many ways you can find the Real Nerds on social media. You can download us on iTunes. You can listen to us streaming on Stitcher Radio. You can call us 720-6nerds5. Aw man, our website is so cool. You can visit our website, realnerdspodcast.com. You want to leave some fan mail? Oh, that's so easy, realnerds@gmail.com. Twitter? We got it, @real_nerds. You can even like us on Facebook. Thank you so much, and hey, enjoy the show. Welcome to Real Nerds Podcast, unofficially the official podcast of Denver Comic Con 2016. Back on Father's Day and beyond. I am Ryan. With me only this week is...
Brad.
Man, we lost half our crew from the week before.
I know. This because the episode hasn't aired yet, and it's so terrible that
everyone's like, fuck you guys.
People are done with the show.
You guys, I know, but I'm glad I saw you guys put it up. Yeah, I thought the great name for it would be the Fantastic Boar.
Yeah, it's exactly what I was
Is
gonna
it really?
do. Yeah.
God, we were like...
I thought of that before we saw the movie.
Like, lately, me and you have just been, like...
Same wavelength.
Same wavelength. If you're wondering what we do, every week we go see a new movie and we podcast our experience of the world. This week, I saw two movies. Brad saw one. The one we both saw was The Man from U.N.C.L.E., and I went and saw Cop Car. I got to do my research on John Watts, you know.
Did you talk to him?
No. Was he there?
He was supposed to be. Did you go to the Alamo? Or well, he was supposed to be at both, so...
No, I went to the C Film Center. No one said anything.
Were there two screenings? Because maybe you just got the other one.
Well, there was one at 1 in the afternoon, and then I went to the 7 o'clock one. He went to the 1 in the afternoon one.
I think he was at the Alamo for the 7, so maybe he was at the 1 o'clock one at the C, or the later one.
I didn't know that. Because I looked on Alamo, I didn't see that it was playing there.
Oh, I was getting invites from people like, hey, people should go see this.
Really?
John Watts is going to be there.
Fuck. Oh, well. But I saw that.
That's why I texted you. I was like, go see it and talk to John Watts.
Oh, well.
Get your Spider-Man early info on.
Well, I saw it. So I saw Cop Car starring Kevin Bacon. We're a movie podcast, basically. We just talk about movies, movie news. A lot of movie news this week is centered around Disney because D23 is going on right now. Yeah, we're a movie podcast. Brad, I saw that your movie was runner-up on the Audience Award for 40-Hour Film Festival. How was your experience?
It was a good screening. People liked it a lot, it seemed. Like they were cheering before it even started. I was there the whole day. I missed... I'm sorry, do you have an opinion?
Kellen really liked it.
Whatever, you haven't seen it.
He did. I took him to the 8 o'clock. He was the one who was standing up and cheering. When I put it in front of you, buddy, you got to talk. He tried to eat it. So, did you lose out to one you think was better than yours?
Yeah, like, I felt like our block had the best of the group, like the whole day. Mm-hmm. So we were competing against like 2 or 3 other ones that were really good. The one that did win, Spinsters, it's from Stranger Studios. They did live action and animation combined again, and they had a good story. And so yeah, like it was earned, you know.
So it was like Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, it was about these spiders that like this ladybug gets caught in a spider web, and then I don't want to spoil it because, you know,
it's not your work.
It's not my work, but it has a good thing where they like have to work together and solve a problem. But yeah, and then there was like another one that was late. There was 15 late films this year.
Wow.
Yeah, like usually there's 2 or 3 per group, but there was whole chunks of like 5 to 6. We're distracted by Kellen, who's like just completely ravaging his DVD collection.
No, I got you. There's like 5 or 6.
5 or 6 late ones. So the competition's slashed in a fifth. Pretty hardcore this year, but there was one late one in our group that was really funny that I voted for.
So the late ones can win audience ones, but they can't win best of show. Is that how it is?
Right. And then if you win the audience award, even though you're late, you can still screen at the best of, but you can't win anything.
So that yours is a runner-up, you get screened at the best of?
Well,
Or is it only the ones that win in each block?
I had this conversation earlier today to explain this. Like,
Okay.
so there's 51 films, basically. 15 of them are already eliminated. Now, that leaves how many?
36?
So there's 36 films that are right now being judged for all the awards and whatnot, just for the awards. And then the other 15, I think 2 of those were late ones that got chosen as audience awards. So those will get into the screening. Now, the other 36, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Since there's already like 2, or since there's already 4 going, and they usually play like 15, that means 11 of that 38 are going to get chosen to screen.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know if only the best of have awards going to them, or they'll give awards to a little bit of all the 38.
Well, because you won an award for Best Use of Dialogue. Was that at the Best of, or was that...
That was best of. Yeah.
Okay,
And they
cool.
announced all that stuff at the best of screening, which they're trying to figure out what venue they want to do.
He just fucking yelled at you.
You don't want me to yell back at you.
I'll punch you.
Yeah. Why don't you interrupt him once in a while?
I don't know. Maybe he likes your voice more. Maybe
No.
he ignores me, so...
Get ready for that for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going to go out with my friend's dad.
don't throw my movies again, son. Son.
But, yeah, overall, like...
He does just wait
Exactly.
to talk. It's funny. Yeah, buddy,
Nope,
good
you're
job.
wrong. You're
Good
completely
job.
wrong.
Overall, though, you were saying?
Overall, it's a rough, like... I had a hard time picking the best 3 from each
Really?
group. Yeah.
That's good, because sometimes some of them are fucking horrible.
Yeah.
I've only been to 2 of them, but like getting to yours was always the most nerve-wracking. I don't know if nerve-wracking, maybe the most obnoxious 2 hours. Because yours, every time I've gone, yours is always like not at the beginning. It's always like somewhere in
Oh, yeah.
towards the end.
Catastrophe was the beginning of our block this time.
Was it?
Yeah. But I don't know. I've been to a lot of these, and like the ones that do win are usually end up at the end of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Not that they don't deserve, like, not the ones that did win didn't deserve it, but like it's a little more beneficial when it's like people are like have sat through like 12 that are terrible, and the
Yeah.
last one's good, and they're like, that's the last thing they remember. They forget the
Oh
one
yeah,
at the beginning
totally.
that was good. You
I
know?
mean, totally, because if it starts off really strong, like, oh, that one's really great, and then it gets bad, you're like, fuck, and then it
separate
gets
them, you're
good
like,
again. You're like, oh, I love this one because it like brought me up from shit.
yeah.
It's like movies that were released in February, they're so shit, and then you get that one in March that's good, and you're saying, oh, finally.
Yeah.
But congratulations, anyways.
Thank you. So hopefully we'll get there. So we're not guaranteed, even though we got an honorable mention. Doesn't really guarantee that we'll get in, but
That you should be though,
There's a
because
good chance.
Because how many blocks are there? 5?
there's 4 blocks.
4 blocks, so that's 8 of them. So they
12
still
to
have
13.
So they have another like half they can still put in there. I think that would be stupid if they didn't,
Yeah.
because you're always the best. I'm not biased, but you know,
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
you're just the best. Hey, buddy, is that good? Do you want some yogurt and banana and blueberry?
Oh, no, I'm good. Thanks.
You know who doesn't appreciate Dinosaur Ridge? My
This guy?
son. Yeah, it's only $2 to get in there.
So he's not going to be an archaeologist when he grows up.
No, he's
It's like, fuck dinosaurs.
yeah,
fuck
he's like,
Jurassic World.
Fuck this. I got
Suck too.
him this dinosaur book. I said, look, Kellen, it's a Tyrannosaurus Rex book. He like threw it.
He's like, ugh, dead things.
Duh. You know what, Dad? That's stupid, and so are
Yeah,
you.
they're extinct. Who cares?
Aw, son.
He's going to grow up to be like a meathead jock and ruin your life.
So, what's next for your video career?
I'm just cleaning out the queue of, like, I got to finish Trauma with Eileen.
Oh, that's right. You still have a lot to do.
I don't know. I'm really regretting Real Nerd Season 2 right now. Like, a whole summer's gone by.
I
And,
was
you're
waiting
gonna get
for. I was
busier.
waiting for scripts.
It's hard to write 6 scripts, you know? That have,
I would give you ideas. I'm not a
when I got
good
a ton of
script
other
writer.
things. No, you guys did the awesome episode 5, but I mean it's hard because we have this like plan to do it as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
It's like doing a movie that's cut up into 6 parts.
Yeah.
So, but with all the other stuff we got going on, James is always busy. You're doing Police Academy.
as long as
I'm
it's-
doing all these other projects.
As long as
like,
it's on the weekends, it's cool.
yeah.
So,
So we'll figure it out. It's
Yeah.
just I don't want to do it in the winter, but if that's how it works out, unfortunately, that's how it works
It might
out.
look cool if we shoot some things that way.
Nothing's cool unless you're in
be.
Alaska.
Remember when you were freezing your ass off last year when we were shooting that one fight scene?
The one that we did do. Yeah. That'll be great. So it just sucks because it's been green for so long.
I know,
this
and actually
summer.
the summer has been really nice. It hasn't
Yeah.
been super hot.
The rain finally let up for 2 months, so it would have been a great time to get it done. But
You're just busy. You got your trauma stuff,
yeah,
your 48-hour film stuff. You get asked to do things. You're doing photography stuff.
yep,
Maybe if you didn't have such an eye for detail, Brad. Maybe if you didn't have such an eye for detail.
I'm so busy right now.
I know. Me too.
The posters and
The first night of school, I came home. I fell asleep like at freaking 8:30. I was like holding him, and he fell asleep. And I was watching, I don't know, Hell's Kitchen or something. I woke up 3 hours later. I was like, holy
he was
shit.
on his own.
Yeah. No,
Around?
I was holding him. He wasn't on his own. He was asleep. No, I stay awake while my kid's awake. I don't let my guard down. And it's weird. It's not. No, I better not say anything. I'm really enjoying my time because I did find out we had police officers from Idaho.
So you started Police Academy.
Yeah.
Tell people how that went.
Oh, it's fine. It's basically learning all this silly. We've been doing a lot of law study, so I mean it's constitutional law and things like that. But I found out I kind of already knew this was going to happen. The Idaho Springs Police Department came in. They said when you're hired on board, they're going to ask for all your social media passwords because they're going to go through your shit to make sure you're not some racist. I guess I don't know. So I always got to be careful what I say.
And what you like.
Yeah, I know, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
They said that's so weird to me. Yeah,
You like that unarmed black man shooting again, Ryan?
yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about that stuff because pretty much all my likes are. This is a cool new comic book. I'm not one of those people that's it's
Ryan, we looked at your Facebook profile and you might be too juvenile for this
yeah,
job.
right. They have
You can suck my dick.
now because I have Laura's family's from Tennessee, so her family members always post stuff like, "If the Southern flag offends you, maybe this offends you," and it's like the Star of David in a swastika or something. Why are people so weird?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
People don't get it. Yeah. There's a lot of bandwagon stuff.
It is. That's all it is.
Like, yeah, the Confederate flag is like...
No, it's horrible.
It's a historical symbol.
It is. It belongs in a museum. It does not belong
In a museum,
being flown.
yeah.
But the thing is
But congratulations, racism still exists, even though
Yeah.
you took it down.
yeah, exactly. It's just one of those things that it's people just pick the weirdest battles, you know. You know, they're crying over this lion that was killed, and meanwhile, there's kids that live in Jefferson County that are hungry.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. It's weird how people decide what's relevant or not.
I
But
think
who
the most
cares?
offensive part of that was just like the lion was tricked,
Yeah.
like lured out.
Well, yeah. I
A
mean,
protected lion. Yeah, like that's the shitty part.
yeah,
Like, other than it being killed, but like trophy hunting happens a lot.
yeah.
Like my sister and her husband, like they kill elk up at their ranch for food. Like they store it in a freezer. Like it's just that kind of stuff's.
but yeah,
naturally
that hunting
happens.
helps for
But when you pay like
control habitats.
when you like
and stuff.
throw $50,000 on the table, and like, hey, sneak this lion out for me so I can
Yeah, so
take
I can kill it.
so I can take a selfie with a dead lion.
Simba, Nala.
That sucks. But yeah, again, there's like worse stuff going on.
Yeah, it's just whatever. We're not
It's
a political
fucked up, man.
podcast, so
Yeah.
we're a movie podcast.
So back to the movies.
Yeah, so just we like movies, and yeah,
Watch a movie so you can escape this
Yeah.
horrible, horrible world we
Yeah.
live in.
and so yeah, the Academy's fine. It's actually pretty interesting. And while I'm there, I'm saying to myself, I can do this stuff. Is there a cat back there?
No, there's like a rental DVD that I'm trying to.
Oh,
Oh, it's just Friday the 13th.
that's from our friend Brandon.
Oh.
He's from Denmark, and that's a Danish copy of Friday the 13th.
Oh,
It's the wrong region, but because there's actually a European exclusive documentary on there I really want to watch, but
yeah.
I need a region-free DVD player
Oh,
so that I can watch
I
it.
think I have one.
Do you? Sweet.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I haven't really tried mine. I don't know.
Yeah, you can try it. Just throw it in there, see what happens.
My son walks all over the place now, and I leave his bedroom door open because he likes to pull all the clothes out of his dresser. And when you have a child, Brad, you won't clean up until he's in bed because it's worthless to.
Totally. So you're afraid he's going to wrap a shirt around his head and suffocate?
No.
Oh.
You can hear him in there. When he's quiet, I'll call him. He's just sucking on his pouch. Those things are really good.
Yeah.
They're made for babies, but I'm like, man, I like Greek yogurt and blueberries.
Yeah, my mom gets the carrot and fruit
Oh yeah.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah, there's also these freeze-dried fruits. So I got this banana and blueberry one, and before I give it to him, I'm going to try this. That's pretty good.
Your wife's like, why are they running out of these so fast?
I don't know. They're really expensive too. They're like $4 a bag, but
Why does it have the huge plastic nozzle on it too? Like, it's a waste of plastic.
yeah, I know. But my wife recycles. Don't worry, dude. Don't worry about your plastic. She drives me crazy. I love teasing her too. I'll say, "Yeah, buddy." I say, "How do you know plastic doesn't decompose? Do they have a piece of plastic from, thousands of years ago?" And the scientist in there, "Well, what's plastic made out of?" I said, "Petroleum." "How old's petroleum?" Doesn't matter. In its plastic form, maybe it's biodegradable.
Actually, this week I saw a video of a turtle that got a straw stuck in its nose. Mm-hmm. And so, these people are trying to pull it out with, pliers, and it was, bleeding out its nose because of it. It's so heartbreaking.
Oh, at least you have a heart.
How did it sniff, a whole...
Sniffing Coke.
Yeah, turtle sniffing Coke. Just swimming around the ocean, just, sucked it in. Wow.
Man, I love swimming in the open ocean. I'm just going to breathe in this ocean air. You stuck, buddy? God, you're just such a weirdo sometimes.
Uh-oh.
What? What happened?
You didn't like that.
Is he shitting?
It looks like he has an existential crisis, but he might be shitting.
And he's like, "You moved me while I was shitting, asshole."
I sucked it back up beside me.
Yeah, I picked him up. I was like...
So how do we usually just grab your dad's dick?
He does all the time. It's horrible. And so I sleep in gym shorts, those Reebok smooth shorts. And every morning he's like, he pulls them God, no. Why? What did I do? Henry emailed us. He was on last week's episode for Fantastic Four.
I've got something for you. A letter.
A letter from me? That's impossible.
And they mentioned Central City as something. And I said I don't remember that from the comics at all. But evidently it is in the comics. And it's where the Fantastic work in the comics occasionally, but it's not a major thing. It's bizarre that they chose that to be their big Easter egg, but yeah, it's an actual thing.
So there's a city, it's their metropolis?
No, that Central City was that facility they were working at the end.
Oh, so it's like the Avengers base.
Yeah, it looks exactly like Avengers. I don't know why they didn't get the Baxter building in the movie. That's so weird.
Well, it was in there. I don't know why they didn't go back to it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, who cares? That movie's... They said that they're still going to plan on making a sequel. I don't see it happening. I think it might make $60 million. Might.
The sequel or?
No, this movie.
Oh.
Because it only made so much.
Yeah, I still stand by it's a good start if it was a TV show. But I've been hearing a lot just the worst. There's worse movies out there than that movie. It's getting some a lot of unwarranted hate because it's fun to do, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's always a fun thing to do. Right now, it's I don't know why it has so much hate. There's actually a funny article on I think it was Comic Book Resources today, and it was horrible movies that actually have higher Rotten Tomato scores than Fantastic Four, and their header was all the Twilight movies. And that's what you think of. When I think of poorly made films, I think of something like that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Fantastic Four might not be a great film, but I don't think it's, like, poorly made.
I'd still watch it over the other Fantastic Four movies.
Really?
Yeah. Like, the other ones are so silly.
Yeah, I mean, I just watched those ones recently, and I was telling... I think you were shooting 48 Hours when I told James about them. Those ones just seem safe. I mean, there's no chances taken in them at all. Mm-hmm. It's, here's the Fantastic Four, here's Doctor Doom, and they fight.
Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, there's no
and here's
risk.
their goofy powers. Yeah.
You never think that they're in trouble, you know. Even when Silver Surfer shows up and is vastly more powerful than they are, you know that they're going to be okay. So yeah, I think that's that series of films' biggest problem, because I think Chris Evans as Human Torch is really good, and I think Michael Chiklis as The Thing is really good.
Yeah.
And I think The Thing looks better when he's just a dude in like a rock costume than a CGI with his orange dork hanging out. You know, that was so weird. I still can't get over he never wore pants. He's like Donald Duck.
Yeah. He didn't have an orange dick, right?
No, I'm just making that up.
I mean,
he did have a butt crack.
I think it makes more sense than just wearing pants. Like, why wouldn't you wear a shirt too?
Well, in the first Fantastic Four movie, they made suits where he could just stretch with you, and that's why when Johnny Storm wore them, they didn't catch on fire. They were designed to. Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I guess it was just safe. But yeah, there's way worse movies. I mean, I've seen a movie called Creature, and I would watch Fantastic Four 2015 17 times before I watch that movie again.
Yeah.
Because that movie is shitty.
So that comment was from who?
That was from Henry.
Oh, okay.
Because we were debating, because I didn't know what Central City was. I was like, what the hell is Central City? Like, that doesn't even make any sense. And he looked it up, and it is a Fantastic Four thing. It must be their secret lair.
Yeah.
When they're not at the Baxter Building, which is a huge building in Manhattan, which sounds cooler than being out in the middle of nowhere. But hey, what do we know?
Yeah.
Whatever. So here's the box office numbers.
Show me the money!
Totally called it this week. You guys are like, hey, man, if Uncle's going to win. And I said, no, straight out of Compton. A crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube from the gang. It's the N-word, so I don't know if I can say it.
Oh, yeah, don't say it.
But yeah, they're saying that's going to make about 50-something million this week. And Man from U.N.C.L.E. might make 13.
13?
Yeah.
Oh.
So Mission Impossible is tracking to be number 2 again. And yeah.
Yeah, I underestimated the demand for the... Your son's walking around with, like, pulling up his pants.
He's ready to whip out his dick, man.
It's like he wants to do the Buffalo Bill thing from Silence of the Lambs, but he can't because he's...
Goodbye, horses. Yeah, it's... So next week, we have Sinister 2 opening, I think is the big movie.
Really?
I can't remember what else is opening. Guess I should look before I make it.
I know, we got to make predictions. So
I know. Before I say
it out.
it's this one.
But yeah, I underestimated the popularity of the NWA biopic.
I don't know if you underestimated the popularity of it, more so that it's a movie that appeals to young folk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So next week we have American Ultra, which is the Jesse Eisenberg, Kristen Stewart movie. Hitman, Agent 47. I can't believe that's another movie. You know, the only good thing about the first Hitman, did you see that one?
Yeah.
Is that Olga Bond chick is naked in it. Yeah.
Is she naked in it?
Isn't she naked in it?
I don't
Like
remember.
really, like totally butt ass naked.
Apparently, it wasn't memorable enough.
I'm pretty sure she is, and that's the only thing I remember from that movie. And Sinister 2 is also the other big movie next week.
Huh.
I
don't know what I want to see.
Yeah.
Because Sinister 2 is not even directed by...
It's not directed by Scott Derrickson, but he wrote it.
Okay.
And I think his cinematographer on the first one is the director of this one. So
Yeah.
I want to see Sinister 2. I don't want to see American Ultra.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing Sinister 2 is going to make, I'm going to say 15 million.
Okay.
That might be a lot, but
I'll go 10.
10?
Yeah.
What do you think's going to win next week?
What were the choices again? American Ultra, Sinister
American
2.
Ultra, Hitman 47, Agent 47, and Sinister 2.
Well, I don't think any of those are going to take the title of the box office that week, but if you had to like compete with only those group, I'd say Hitman.
It is opening. Hitman's opening in the most theaters, which is
Yeah.
3,100. They must have a lot of faith in it. I did see a Red Band trailer for it, and it's really violent, so it has that. But
Okay.
yeah,
I think probably Straight Outta Compton will be number one again next
you
week.
think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, if it drops 50%, that's still like 26 million.
Yeah, followed by Mission Impossible again, and then
Yeah.
probably Hitman.
Yep,
Yep. So we'll see.
we'll see.
What's happened at the Alamo this week?
Oh, so much shit, bro.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Kevin Smith.
Hi, I'm Leonard Maltin.
Hi, I'm Mark Hamill.
Hi, I'm Elijah Wood.
This is Seth Rogen.
I'm Christopher Mintz-Plasse.
I'm Martin Starr.
Welcome to the Alamo Drafthouse.
Last time I saw you, I played it cool. Now someone's been
I'm telling you right up front.
Burn off your cell phone.
Don't talk.
Don't text.
Don't build a birdhouse. Don't be a Foley artist.
Quit asking your girlfriend what she had on her salad.
Okay, is it your living room?
You talk or text during the film, I will punch you.
You can find out who they are and then go cut their tongue out.
Have a good watch.
Bye.
All right, I've said what you want me to say. Will you release me now?
All right, next week at Alamo, the Alamo Kids Camp is How to Train Your Dragon 2. I was reading that the kids camp actually takes place at Sloan's Lake. And it's free, but they ask for a donation because they give money to some charity.
Some life-saving kids charity
Probably.
bullshit.
The Third Man, which I don't even know what that is.
Isn't that like a...
Is it a documentary?
No, I think it's a... What's his name? Citizen Kane.
Orson Welles?
I think it's an Orson Welles movie.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I don't remember. The Beer Dinner is Walk the Line, which is the Johnny Cash biopic.
Walking Phoenix.
Yep, and The Chin, also known as Reese Witherspoon. It's with Black Shirt Brewing Company. Science Friction is Hacker's 20th anniversary screening. I never really liked that film, and it has
Never seen it.
It has like a cult following. I know it's one of Angelina Jolie's early movies.
Where did the time go? 20 years.
I know, bro.
I haven't seen it.
Dude, 20 years ago, though, I was in high school. So I'm coming up on my 20th high school reunion. That's so...
That Golden Never hosts.
Yeah. You didn't get... I got invited to the 15th. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not going. Because I don't care. Mile High Sci-Fi versus Deep Blue Sea. Now, I would go see Deep Blue Sea if there wasn't people there making fun of it, because that movie's awesome. The Boy is also going to be playing, which...
The Boy?
The Boy. I saw a trailer for this. I'm trying to scratch my head. I'm really bad for this week, but I can't remember exactly what The Boy is. But it's one of those independent movies, so I won't see that shit.
I imagine it's about a male person.
Probably. And the Dude Bro Party is Massacre 3 with Greg Sestero in person.
No, from The Room.
Oh, is that who that is?
Greg Sestero. He wrote The Disaster Artist, which is a recounting of the making of The Room.
Oh.
So that should be fun.
Massacre 3 sounds like a cheesy slasher film, so I'm down. Or do you think it's Massacre Ill? I'm just kidding, because it's 3 slashes. That was my horrible attempt at a joke. So make sure you pick up all your tickets at Alamo Drafthouse. Drafthouse.com/Denver, especially for stuff if you're interested in the beer dinners and things like that. They sell out really fast. We'll go ahead and do some real news because it's a lot of news.
I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!"
And, of course, by a lot of news, I really mean just D23 news. Because I was looking, not very much news is happening this week. There is a leaked photo, possibly, of what Spider-Man looks like. And I actually like the idea of, at the beginning of Civil War, he kind of wears a hoodie and, like, a mask. And Tony Stark then gives him a Spider-Man costume. I think that's a cool way to tie him into the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, that makes sense that someone with access to... Because as much as I like the Tobey Maguire one, like
Mhm.
it is odd. Like, how did he make that pristine suit by
Yeah.
himself?
Even
So-
the Andrew Garfield with the web shooters.
Yeah.
It makes more sense that Tony Stark would give him this stuff. So
Yeah.
I think that's a cool idea. The big news, actually, there's two really big news about Disney, what they're doing. Star Wars Land is a 14-acre expansion to Disneyland and Walt Disney World. And basically, this has been rumored for a long time after they bought Lucasfilms. And recently it was just revealed that Disney bought a huge acreage of land across the street from Disneyland. And at Disney Hollywood Studios, there's big rumors swirling that they were going to rename it and they were going to change what was presented there. Where they're still going to have their big attractions, the Hollywood Horrors Hotel and the Aerosmith roller coaster, which is totally awesome. But they closed like Beauty and the Beast live on stage, which is a really popular one. And while I was waiting for you to come over, so they announced Star Wars Land. There's going to be a ride where you fly the Millennium Falcon. There's going to be a cantina. So it's going to be really cool. That's really
Nice.
cool.
So there should be a Death Star you can walk on.
Yeah, they're basically doing exactly what everybody wants them to do. They're going to have a bunch of rides and going to have a whole world that's dedicated to Star Wars. They also unveiled plans for Avatar Land, which
We
was
should do a pod race thing.
oh, that would be sweet.
You could just you could do it like Back to the Future, the ride, and just have the pods, and then have like a 3D.
Yeah, that would be. Or like, have you read Soarin'
What?
at Disney World? It's like
Soarin'?
Yeah, it's basically Back to the Future, but you get strapped in this like roller coaster, and it takes you on a 3D adventure through California.
Oh, the roller coaster should be a pod.
Yeah, that would be.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Sweet.
And then 3D glasses.
Oh, hey, yeah,
'Cause I did the 3D King Kong, and it was pretty decent.
yeah. Disney should call us. We got it. But on your way over here, they're also Hollywood Studios and Disneyland. So half of the Disneyland land they bought is going to be Star Wars. The other half is going to be Toy Story Land. So at Walt Disney World, one of the most popular rides is Toy Story Mania. And now they're going to have a whole world devoted to Toy Story, where it's going to have Slinky roller coaster. And it's also going to be a ride where you go into Toy Story size, and so the world's going to have a bunch of giant things.
So like Andy's room.
Yeah,
And then,
exactly.
like, you're as big as all the toys.
Yeah. So that's really cool that they're doing that, and I think that's a great idea because this is probably one of their most popular franchises, and it'll be cute and fun. So they just announced that as well. And the Avatar Land they announced a while ago,
Meh.
but it's part of their Animal Kingdom. So Disney is really
It'd be cool if they have floating mountain things, whatever.
yeah. I don't know what they're going to do with it, but I haven't seen Avatar since 2009. So
I'm surprised that with all that land buying, like they didn't do like an Avengers Land because
there is a Marvel one too.
oh,
Yeah,
that's like
I
you go to Stark Tower.
I know.
something.
I glanced over that. Let me see if I think I accidentally closed it. Oh, here it is. So they're blending Toy Story and Frozen. So there's going to be an Alien Saucers attraction, a family-friendly roller coaster that's like Slinky the dog.
Oh, you know, what'd be a fun ride is for Toy Story Land. Is like you walk into the those squishy alien things from the claw.
Oh, that would be cool.
And like a claw comes down and picks you up and like pulls you up and then like it drops you. Basically like the Tower of Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be.
What?
Disney Imagineers, call us.
I'm going to
all right?
write my resume like right now. Send it to
So
'em.
they don't really say when these all are going to open, but I'm guessing it's going to be a couple years.
Oh yeah. You're looking at like a 10-year project.
Yeah, so it'll be when does Toy Story 4 open? 2 years?
2 years? Yeah.
I'm guessing they probably already have a lot of it planned.
Not that ready. They'll probably
I'm guessing 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Where they'll open some of it and then they'll just start
Yeah.
adding attractions to it.
as it goes along. But I mean, like it probably won't be completely done
No,
across the board until like 10 years from now.
So yeah, so that's the big news from there. Colin Trevorrow, who directed Jurassic World,
Biggest movie of the year.
biggest movie of the year, is now directing Star Wars Episode 9. So they have Gareth Edwards is doing 8. Correct?
No, isn't he's doing the anthology, right?
I thought
Rogue
he was,
One.
Is he doing Rogue One?
Or
it's-
Looper. Ryan Johnson is doing.
Oh, that's right. Ryan Johnson's doing 8. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, so episode 9, when does that open? 2017? No, 2017 is episode 8, so it'd be 2020 is episode 9.
19 or 20.
Yeah. So that's a long ways away.
Yeah.
I guess not really when you think about it. 4 years. And it probably takes a while. So he can make his next Jurassic Park and then go make that one. See, hey, look.
I don't think he's doing the next Jurassic Park.
Maybe not. Maybe he's just a producer. But see, you do a good job and Steven Spielberg likes you, then you don't get shit canned like Josh Trank. Orlando Bloom is coming back to the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. He'll be in the new one, Dead Man Tell No Tales.
Great.
Yeah.
I felt like his story was done in the first 3, but
I think he is actually saying this might have been part of the element that was missing from the 4th one is Keira Knightley and him, because you can't have Jack Sparrow the focus. Sorry. But we'll see.
I mean, they could write new characters and put Jack Sparrow, in
They
their
could,
story.
but that requires work, dude.
Huh?
That requires work. And they just be lazy. They revealed the story for Toy Story 4, and it's Buzz and Woody go in search of Bo Peep, and it's supposed to be some romantic comedy because Woody and Bo Peep are an item.
Yeah.
So that should be fun.
Wow.
That's one of those things where, I trust those guys. James glanced over this one last week, and I brought it up, and I forgot it during the show. But Hansel and Gretel 2 is getting a sequel and has a new director. Bruno Avellan, Avellan. Avalon.
I don't know. I've never heard that name before.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, that's still happening. That should be fun. Damn it! Keep on hitting the wrong fucking thing. Lousy iPad. And that's pretty much it for the D23. Shane Black turned in his script for the new Predator. Shane Black is going to be directing it. He wrote the first one, and he also was a star in the first one.
He didn't write the first one.
I'm pretty sure it was one of his wasn't his idea for a story.
No, I have that script, and his name's not on it.
You have that script? Where'd you
Yeah.
get the script? Just online?
When my dad was writing screenplays, he got a bunch of them, and I kept that one.
Oh, sweet. Is it?
It's like 2 dudes.
Oh, that's right.
John and something.
It's not him. It's I can't remember. It's brothers.
Yeah.
It's some brother team. Now I remember. But yeah, I guess they're doing it in a different way.
And it's actually, the script's actually called Hunter. It's not Predator.
Really?
Yeah.
So yeah, they're working on the script with Fred Decker. He's
he directed RoboCop 3.
Yeah. And he also directed The Monster Squad and wrote The Monster Squad. He's kind of a fun writer. None of his things have been really big hits, but he's always has a lot of fun doing it. So that's cool. So hopefully that movie will... I think Shane Black is finishing his one movie. I forget what it's called. I'm sure it says in the article. The Nice Guys. So he's finishing The Nice Guys, and then he's working on Predator next, which is cool because he's a cool director, and I think it will be sweet. And hopefully, I want to see him go to like the Predator home planet or something, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
We don't need another movie where a team goes in
Yeah.
and gets slaughtered. Like, change it up.
But John Davis, the producer, said it's exciting, different, and interesting. So I'm down for them trying something different because the character alone of Predator is cool.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, as long as you make the script around it cool, I'm down. I would like to see, because it's in the future, that Dutch, they found the alien home planet and they send him to the planet to hunt him. That'd be awesome.
He's all like haggard and stuff. He's like missing. He's got an eye patch and stuff, and he's,
that'd
he's all
be
hardcore.
sweet. And he has like a huge scar on his face.
He's been in prison for like a long time for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be sweet. Dolph Lundgren is shooting Kindergarten Cop 2 right now.
That's so weird.
It is. And you never heard about it. Yep. So he's shooting that sequel. So that's good. I'm guessing it's not coming out in theaters.
Straight to DVD.
I'm just going straight to DVD. So that was an interesting piece of news I read. It's one of those things where you say they're making that movie.
Yeah.
Cool. So I just clicked up on Slash Film, and there's a breaking story. Disney's first Marvel ride is called the Iron Man Experience. So
Score.
Yeah.
Start planning your trip.
There you go. Sweet.
Isn't there like an Iron Man decathlon that's not Marvel related?
Yeah, it's hard. It's my brother does it. My brothers are crazy.
No.
I couldn't. I know it's
Just saying they should rebrand.
they should have a Tony Stark thing.
Yeah.
So that's movie news. I can't think of anything else that happened. Just a lot of Disney stuff. And since Disney basically controls everything that's cool, it's fun. He's cute.
He picked a paper one.
Yeah, no, whatever. I've given up. I don't fucking care anymore because it's just a pain in the ass. The only thing I could do is take him away and put him somewhere. And he always goes. I think it's Simpsons season 5 is a red one, and he always grabs that one. And he loves that Scrubs. I think it's season 5 is orange. I don't know. It's Laura's. So
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's Laura's, so I don't care. Hey, these are the movies you're gonna get this week.
I'll just take this. Whatever the kids getting.
Bye Bye Guys, featuring Curious Geordie. Interesting choice. Does the wife know you're looking into your options?
Nothing really that cool's coming out this week. The Walt Disney Animation Studios short films collection is coming out on Blu-ray. And if you're thinking, oh, sweet, Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, no, they're just releasing all their like recent theatrical ones.
All those Pixar shorts, basically.
Basically, and Feast and Paperman, which is fine. But I already have the Disney ones, and they come on the Disney Blu-rays anyways.
For those of you who hate the features and just like the shorts,
there you
this
go.
is the disc for you.
And enjoy. Once Upon a Time, season 4. That's on its 4th season already. Wow. Dress to Kill is a Brian De Palma film that is supposed to be really good. The thing is a lot of horror people in the. Have you ever seen it?
No, I know it's a Criterion, and I heard that the first pressing they messed up. So if you get a disc and it's messed up, there's a hotline or an email you can call, and they'll send you a new disc. So.
Oh wow, interesting. That happens sometimes. It happened to my Halloween box set. And
yeah, I think there's like an audio issue, like they just put the wrong track in or something, or it might have been visuals. I don't know.
It's weird though. If you look at the new,
it was like the it was the visual transfer or something. The transfer is not good, and that's just some kind of error. But yeah. So you can get it, or you can just wait a week, and I'm sure they'll have it all fixed. The Halloween one was like a sync issue at the very end of Halloween 4, and now it looks weird. The limited edition box set, if you can find them, there's not very many left, but the reissued one. So all the Blu-rays are in black cases, except for the fixed Halloween 4 is red. It's really weird looking. So it's like letting you know, like,
yeah,
we replaced this.
We replaced this one. But I've heard a lot of horror people complain because they say Dress to Kill is basically a slasher film, and Hollywood loves it because it was directed by Brian De Palma. And
so it's an art slasher
film. It's an artsy slasher film. I have never seen it. I might pick it up because, I mean, Blu-ray.com gave
Criterion is probably really good.
Yeah, Blu-ray.com gave it a really good review. Hackers, the 20th anniversary is coming out, and it's a Shout Factory, so it has like an hour and 20 long documentary on it. Blacklist season 2, I know you like that, but I'm sure you'll wait to stream it.
Yeah.
There's a new Batman
with like
coming
TV
out.
series. Like I don't get individual seasons anymore. Like it has to come out as a complete set because I hate getting like weird different packaging.
Yeah.
As you go, so.
And they do that now. Yeah. So Batman Beyond or Batman Unlimited, Monster Mayhem. I know you'll pick that one up. This one's a really cool cover I talked about a couple weeks ago. It's called Burn Witch Burn. And it's just this witch who's on fire with this like falcon behind her. There's another Criterion called Day for Night. Psycho Beach Party. The Seventh Dwarf, which looks like a really shitty animation movie. Nomads is a weird horror film that Scream Factory is releasing. That's a lot of people have been asking to get on.
It's a documentary about the Sega Nomad.
Yes. That people have been asking for a long time. I've never seen it, but it stars our good old Pierce Bronson. Pierce Bronson, James Bond.
Brosnan. Yep.
Brosnan. Yeah, that is about it. But I'll scroll down just in case something sneaks through the cracks.
There's some cool stuff that's like not coming out next week, but just like in the pipeline.
Yeah.
There's a good Mad Men set. There's a Nakatomi Tower
Oh,
set
yeah,
for
that's
Die Hard.
awesome.
Yeah.
How many times they re-released that Die Hard series, though? I'm pretty sure it's like 5 or 6 of them.
Which people must be buying a lot of for them to.
Yeah, I think
reissuing
I got the 25th anniversary one because it was used at Tradesmart. And when I was reading the reviews of it, they said, "Oh, you shouldn't have got that one because it only has the movie only of the 5th movie." And guess what one I've never watched in that set?
The 5th one.
The 5th one.
That's like I like that set because that's the only way I'd ever buy the 5th one is if it was packaged with the other ones.
Yeah, because I don't care about special features on it. But yeah, there's nothing really else unless you want NCIS.
It sucks. And I don't know how. No, I don't necessarily need to know how it sucked.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's really about it. Not a very exciting week. You did the pre-order for Mad Max at Best Buy, right?
Steelbook. So weeks ago, I pre-ordered it at like $29.99, and then last week they had their like weekly deals, and it was only $19.99 if you pre-ordered. I was like, what the fuck? So I canceled that one and then reserved the $19.99 one.
I got the 3D one because I'm starting to get.
So you're not getting the Steelbook.
It still comes with a special case, though.
Okay, well, it's probably that lenticular.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I'd rather have a Steelbook. But the Steelbook's only the Blu-ray and the DVD.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Damn. But the reason I do that now is because if it's a movie I really, really like, I know eventually I'll probably have a 3D something. And actually, my in-laws have a 4K Sony Ultra HD 3D TV. So I'm going to start watching some movies over there.
Like, I like that movie so much. If it did come in a... Like, I would have got the 3D version if it was still in the Steelbook, but the Steelbook trumped the 3D for me.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Yeah, and whatever. You know, because like I said, eventually, because I like the movie in 3D, so...
Avengers: Age of Ultron has two Steelbooks. There's there's a Vision one and a Ultron one. So look out for that.
I don't know. I already pre-ordered on Amazon. Do they look really cool? Because I mean, the standard
it's like
box art looks okay.
It's the A, but it's in the theme of those characters. So
okay. So the Ultron one's like robotic and
like you probably I think there's a poster of it. So it's like robotic and red and silver, and then the Vision one's like purple and silver and
cool
green. Yeah. But I'm gonna get because the other Avengers one that I have is just the standard slipcover one.
Mm-hmm.
So just get them to match. Because apparently there was a steelbook of the first one somewhere, probably Walmart.
Probably.
Which I never check. But I want them to match, so I'll have to skip that one. Yep.
I'm sure I'll be able to find it. So you're looking for a steelbook of the first Avengers?
Not really. I mean,
if I see it, I'll get it for you.
If I would have gotten it when it came out, but now that's like a couple years later, I'm probably just going to stick with it. I'm trying not to get so many discs anymore because it's take up space.
Yeah. So what do you just?
I just get the movies that I really love.
Oh,
or
me too.
Or if they're like unique and like they'll be hard to find later, like an indie film.
Mm-hmm.
Like those disappear from the shelves really fast. So.
Yeah, I've started. I mean, I'm still getting discs, but I'm doing like since I'm doing the comic book thing now, I wait till they're like $3. Mm-hmm. So I have, I got the Green Hornet and the Spirit for last week for $5.32. I think that's whatever. Because even if I rent them on Amazon, it's like $3 to rent them. So whatever, I'll own them. I've never seen the Spirit. I've never seen the Green Hornet. I heard the Green Hornet's not bad. I heard the Spirit's horrible. So
I fell asleep during the Spirit, and the Green Hornet is actually kind of fun.
Cool. So hey, 2 out of 3, I'll take it. This is a comic book you should read.
Come on, you fuckers think that just because a guy reads comics he can't start some shit?
So I know I do this all the time, but there's a Spider-Man limited series called Renew Your Vows, and right now in Marvel, Secret Wars is happening. And
he's just playing with a knife. It's fine.
Yeah, it's cool. And during Secret Wars, what happened is the Ultimate World and the Marvel proper collided. So now what happened is people don't remember what happened before, and it made it alternate realities for everybody. And in Spider-Man is remarried, and he's married again to Mary Jane, and they have their kid. And he's given up being Spider-Man because he realizes it's more important to keep his daughter safe. And in his world, there's a new villain called Regent who is tracking down like superheroes and killing them. So it's not worth it for Spider-Man for him to fight. And so in the latest issue, you find that the reason Regent is hunting down superheroes and killing them is he's using their DNA to make him more powerful. So Regent is a super powerful meta-human because he's basically has, Thor's strength and all this stuff. And so when kids are being picked on at school, and there's word that there's a superhuman at school. Peter's worried that his daughter, Annie, is the one who's causing the disturbance. He runs there, and it turns out it's these other kids. So then there's a screening happening at the school, and the screening is they're going to find out who the parents are so Regent can find him because he found out Spider-Man is back. So it's this really cool comic where Spider-Man is trying to hide who he is, and the guards at the people at the school that are the enforcers are actually the Sinister Six. So it's a huge fight between Spider-Man and the Sinister Six, and the story is just really cool. And it's what I love about it is it shows that Peter Parker can be married and still have cool Spider-Man stories. That was Marvel's big thing when they changed everything about Spider-Man. Is no one likes him married. It makes him too old. But he's been around for almost 70 years. They eventually grow up. And it's a fun story by Dan Slott. Andy Kubert's drawing it, and his art is really amazing.
Yeah. He did some Batman. That was great.
Oh, yeah. He's a really great artist. And he's the kind of artist who really only does, like, miniseries. He doesn't do monthly books. And I'm guessing because his art's so detailed and it takes him so long that it might be too hard. He's like Jim Lee. Jim Lee can't do monthly books either. So, yeah, it's really fun. So you should pick up Spider-Man Renew Your Vows. The first one you probably can't find. The second one, when I was there's at Colorado Coins, Cards, and Comics, there's like 2 issues. And then the third one I got a week and a half late, and there was only a few issues left, too. So it's a really popular series.
Did I read a rumor somewhere that Kraven's the rumored
Yeah.
villain for the Spider-Man movie?
Yep.
Okay.
Which, I don't know if it fits the
It's gonna be weird, like an old hunter trying to kill a child,
yeah.
basically.
I was reading that, and I take it with a grain of salt, because I don't know how he fits into the tone of the movie, because they're trying to make like a John Hughes kind of fun Spider-Man movie. I don't know if Kraven the Hunter really fits into it. I think someone like the Vulture would fit into it. I still think a Spider Slayer story would be cool, where J. Jonah Jameson doesn't like Spider-Man and he hires a scientist to build robots to fight Spider-Man. I think would be cool.
Why would Jameson want to like hurt Spider? Like,
because he
seems like he'd more like just like he would like to ruin his name.
No, he believes Spider-Man is a menace.
Right.
So he
does he want to kill him?
Well, yeah. In the early issues of Spider-Man, he did.
Oh.
So yeah, he hired. I mean, that's how the Spider Slayer started. There,
that escalated quickly.
Spencer Smythe was hired by Jonah Jameson to kill Spider-Man, and that's how the Scorpion came about. Is J. Jonah Jameson paid to have the Scorpion suit made and put on by Matt Grogan, and he, yeah. So J. Jonah Jameson is not a good guy. So I think that'd be an interesting story. Or even like the Chameleon would be cool. Someone who can change their face, make it a spy thriller. I don't know. I don't care. I like Spider-Man. I'll see it. I only have to wait a year and a half. Is it a year and a half? Yeah, about a year and a half. No, longer than that. It's July, I think, 2017. So 20 months, 23 months. Cool. Whatever. I'm down. Cool. This is stuff we watched this week.
Are either one of these any good? Sir?
What?
Are either one of these any good?
I don't watch movies.
Brad, you're so busy and you didn't really pay attention, but what'd you watch this week?
I watched all the 48-hour films, and I don't remember most of them. So, just moving on.
Moving on. I watched a few things.
No, just moving on from the 48.
I thought you were being serious. All right, go ahead.
I watched Watchmen for the first time since the theater.
Nice.
And I think that movie's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never really fully read the complete graphic novel. Like, I've glanced at it and stuff. So there's not like that
I think people hold that in too high regard.
Yeah.
And it's a good graphic novel, but it's whatever.
And I imagine when they tell me, like, oh, there's supposed to be like a giant squid that wrecks the city.
Yeah, it's stupid.
And if I saw that in the movie, I'd be like, that's weird.
Yeah.
This makes way more sense.
Yeah, I think the movie's actually pretty good.
And it's funny, like, after watching the Fantastic Four, like, it's kind of got a similar tone where there's not really like a big climactic fight.
No.
It's just like those characters hang out, be all angsty. Silk Spectre and the Owl fight some goons in an alley, and then that's about it. Like, they get to the end with...
and what's that actress's name? Malin Ackerman?
Malin Ackerman.
She's naked in it.
Yeah.
She's naked in almost all her movies.
Although,
that's why I love her.
I don't know, that Hallelujah song's weird. Like, I get the joke, but it's just not that interesting. But then what's his name? Ozymandias. Like, they pretty much just talk.
Yeah.
And they throw a couple punches. which is actually weird that they just fight even a little bit. So yeah, I think it's
I think it's a pretty good movie, honestly.
Yeah, if there's going to be an adaptation of that movie, that's probably the best you're going to get.
Oh yeah, because the thing is everyone loves Watchmen. It takes a long time to read because every page is 9 panels and every page is just full of dialogue. I'd much rather just watch the movie.
Yeah, and they're all like square,
same
size square panels.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like reading the Sunday funnies.
It is totally.
It's really depressing.
The art's really great, but
yeah,
you know,
it's just not dynamic.
No,
the V for Vendetta is like that too.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, same guy.
Yep. And then I watched the Rambo movies.
Nice.
Because after Rocky, I was like, I haven't seen Rambo 2 in a while.
No, it's funny. I was at Tradesmart and they had like 3 of the Rockies used, but they didn't have the other ones. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna get them all because I feel like watching
they have
them
that
now.
Undisputed collection, so you should just wait for that.
Yeah.
I think it has all 6.
Yeah. Because I feel like
I wish it wasn't just like a plastic case.
Yeah.
You could do some really
well,
nice
they've really
paper
gotten
art.
away from making cases cool.
Yeah. Because people are streaming too much.
Yep.
But yeah, obviously First Blood is like a good story, but 2 is pretty much like
2 is, I think, one of the greatest action films ever.
It's pretty, yeah.
If you just look at a pure action film.
Pure action, yeah. Like he goes in, he rescues the POWs and gets out. And they try to do this thing with like the female agent or something there.
Yeah.
But
how many people do you think he kills in that movie?
Not as much as he kills in the 4th one. Like he pretty much kills everyone
I love
in
Rambo,
the Berman
though.
Army.
I think that's a badass movie.
Oh yeah. It's shot awesome too.
Oh yeah, that movie is awesome. That's one of when that Blockbuster up the street went out of business, they had that one on Blu-ray for $2. It's like sweet.
Yep, somebody has an opinion.
Yeah.
He wants to make Rambo cough. And then 3, his buddy Richard Crenna gets captured after they ask him to like do the mission. He's like, "No, I'm done with this. It's got to end sometime." And then Kurtwood Smith is like, "Okay." And then Richard Crenna gets captured and he comes back and then he just walks up to him again like a scene later. "Yeah, he got captured. I just thought you should know." And Rambo's like, "Put me in." Yeah. And then the most hilarious part is when there's like the big. So he trains like it takes place in Afghanistan because the Russians are like taking over Afghanistan. And this is 1989, I think.
Yeah,
88.
when we were friends with them.
Yeah. So the bad guy for the Russians basically has like his own private chopper with like missiles and stuff, and then Rambo commandeers a tank, and then charges the tank at the chopper, and then the way it's edited, like the 2 things just slam against each other and just halt, like freeze, and then just drop to the ground and get set on fire. Is like the weirdest like stop motion-y.
I haven't seen it in a long time. I remember at the end it says dedicated to the brave men of Afghanistan.
Yeah. And there's actually this cool part where he fights like the main Russian like henchman guy. They climb out of this cavern and they do this fight, and Rambo wraps a rope around the guy's neck, and then that guy falls back down into the cavern, so he gets hung, snaps his neck, and then before he went in, Rambo pulled a grenade pin off of him. So after the guy breaks his neck falling down the hole again, he explodes.
Oh, that's right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome because, the Rambo series is really interesting.
Yeah, because the first one...
The first one is like a legitimate drama about a guy who has PTSD coming back from Vietnam. And then it kind of changed him into a hero.
And he doesn't really kill anybody.
He kills one guy, I think. Because he falls out of the helicopter or something.
No, he throws a rock at the helicopter, and because that guy is an idiot and didn't buckle up, he just fell out. So it's not really Rambo's.
That's right. Man,
and
that movie's really good, though.
And he sets up those booby traps, but like people just get stabbed or wounded and stuff.
That movie is really good, though. That's a good movie.
That is a really, that's a good script right there.
Yep.
Good story. And the other 2 are just straight up action movies. And then
the 4th one is a blend of I think the first one and the second one.
Yeah, it tries to deal with like his retirement, I guess. Like he doesn't want to kill anymore. He just wants to live his life, and he doesn't want any attention. But he gets thrust into the situation where he's the man for the job. So.
Yep. Yeah, I think the first one and the fourth one are my favorites.
Yeah. And then after like I don't know half an hour of that setup, it's all killing.
Yep,
just brutal
and
graphic.
brutal.
Yeah,
I remember those dudes are like blown in half as they're running up the mount or the hill or something. Maybe I'll watch that tonight. I love that movie.
Oh, and I forgot. I think in Rambo 3, he's building. I think he's in Thailand, so he's building like this. He's helping build this temple, and I don't remember like Rambo, like swearing at all. But like when they asked him to do something and he declines, he's like, "Fuck off." I don't know. That sounds funny. I don't remember Rambo being like.
I guess he doesn't really.
Bombs and stuff. Yeah.
If you want to see a great parody of it, Hot Shots Part 2. The same guy comes in to get Topper Harley, and it's basically just a Rambo parody.
Yeah. So, I think that's it for me. I think I saw something on Netflix, but yeah. What'd you watch?
I saw a movie I've never seen for my comic book movie binge, and I watched Jonah Hex. Have you seen that film?
I did. I don't know if I saw all of it.
There's a good movie in there. There is. There's tons of great actors in it. Michael Fassbender's in it. John Malkovich is the bad guy. Josh Brolin is in it. There's a lot of great actors in this film. It's poorly edited, though. I'll tell you what the movie's about. It's about a Civil War veteran who...
Confederate Union,
yeah. And
both?
Yeah. Well,
he's on both sides?
Well, no. I'm just saying Civil War, because you can be a Civil War veteran and be for the Confederate.
But they don't specify that he was
North
Confederate.
Or South? He was Confederate.
Okay.
So he abandons his post, and it leads to the death of Trumbull's son, who's like the main bad guy in it. And so when he tries to retire, they go to his house, and he has a Native American wife, and they chain Jonah Hex outside, and they set his house on fire with his wife and son inside, and then they brand his face with Quentin Turnbull's QT, and then he doesn't like it, so he carves it off his face, so now he's this like scarred hitman, or I guess bounty hunter. And it starts off really cool. It has those scenes.
Is he like confused with magic or something?
Yeah, because he almost died, and now he has this power to talk to dead people. And that's what I mean. It's like poorly edited. The movie is 81 minutes long with credits. So I think it's 76 minutes. I was looking at the display. It's 76 minutes from when the movie starts to when the credits roll. So that's not very much time. And case in point, so they have this, and they don't really explain how he got that power. He does this like voiceover where he says, "Now I'm able to walk through both sides and see what it's like." And okay, cool. I mean, that's fine. And Megan Fox is in it, and I don't know why. She plays some hooker. It's at that point, when that movie came out, 2010, 2011? So it's at the point where Megan Fox is just hot. I mean, she's going to be in stuff because she's hot. And in this, I'm not joking, this film is so poorly edited that she'll go away for like 20 minutes, and then they'll have a scene with her in a bedroom where this guy's trying to, make him her wife or something, his wife, and she shoots and kills him. And then it cuts back to Jonah Hex's story. And then Jonah Hex is going...
meanwhile, Megan Fox...
Exactly. And then,
now back to our story.
Remember when Jonah Hex was crossing the plains? Now back to this daring adventure. So it cuts back to him, and he's going to some like bare-knuckle fighting place. And inside this bare-knuckle fighting place is a guy called Snake Man. And obviously he has some sort of like superpower because he can make his jaw go really long. He slashes people. And just before everything's about to happen, Jonah Hex sees some guy that he's trying to get information where Trumbull, I forget his name, is at. And he goes to see him, and he says, "Me and you have business." And then it cuts to the pit fight, and the serpent guy's jaw opens like the bad guys from I Am Legend, where they're just really wide. And I'm not joking, Brad, this is how this movie cuts. So he's like, "We have business to attend to." And it cuts to the pit fight, and then it cuts to outside where Jonah Hex is with somebody totally different, and he punches him, and he leaves. So they don't tell you anything. I'm not I think they cut maybe 30 minutes out of this movie.
Was it the snake pit?
Yeah. Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, the movie looks cool. I think all the actors are pretty cool in it. But it cuts at really weird parts. And almost like they were going to make a rated R movie, and then they decided it's going to be PG-13. And so they cut out 20 minutes of it. Stuff you'll never see because the Blu-ray actually has a pretty cool documentary that's only, 15 minutes long about the Jonah Hex comic character, and then really nothing else. So I want to say there's 20 minutes missing from this film. So it's all right. It's not as bad as people make you believe, but it's not good. And it's just poorly edited. I don't know if the story didn't work and they had to do pickups and they're just trying to fix it. I don't know. There's no commentary, so I couldn't tell you. So whatever. You can watch it. I got it part of like a 4 film favorite comic book collection where it has like The Losers and that and History of Violence thrown in there. So I'm like, all right, I'll get it because then I don't have to buy Jonah Hex separately. The other film I watched Kindergarten Cop on Blu-ray. Only has a trailer. That movie's still really funny though.
On John Clyde, we were joking around that Cougar's character was like that guy.
Oh, he looks like that guy. He does.
Yeah.
You take my son from me, Kimball. He does look like his guy. Does look like that exactly. That's awesome.
Uh-oh. Your son's throwing a fit.
Kellen, what are you doing? He's just playing with his toys. I can hear him. He loves going back and forth. Like, he'll come out with a new toy. Look. What you got there, buddy?
Oh, he's playing with a bag.
Yeah.
That's safe.
No, I think it's his washcloth bag.
I'm just going to put this over my head for fun.
Yeah, so it's... that movie is kind of, like, hokey, but it works so well because Arnold Schwarzenegger is so good in it.
Yeah.
When he... one of my favorite moments is this really throwaway joke where his first class, he walks in and he sits down on the piano and it makes, a noise and the kids laugh and he goes, ha 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 ha, quiet. It's just really funny and just seeing him interact with the kids and the story doesn't make any sense. So when he shows up, the principal says, I had to tell a 23-year vet of the kindergarten class that she had to take a vacation for blah, 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 blah. And then at the end, he decides he doesn't want to be a cop anymore, and he gets that job anyway, so they just fired that one lady and let Schwarzenegger take the job?
Yeah, so awkward.
Yeah.
We replaced you with this guy.
We like John Kimball more.
Yeah.
But the movie's silly, and it's fun. And just seeing Schwarzenegger interact with the kids is funny. There's lots of continuity errors that I'd never picked up before, and I think maybe because it was in Blu-ray that I noticed. So his first day, he's wearing this corduroy jacket, and he's doing all this goofy stuff. And then when it cuts through the montage of the kids being silly, his jacket constantly is changing. So yeah, there's that too. But it's still a funny film. I can watch it all the time. I watched the documentary I Am Chris Farley, which is really good. It has all his celebrity friends just talk about how funny he was and stories about him. And they touch on the sad stuff because you have to because of what happened to him. But a lot of it's more of like a fun documentary where they talk about silly stories where at Saturday Night Live, Chris Farley never wrote any scripts and he always asked other people to write scripts for him. So he shared an office with David Spade, and Adam Sandler and Chris Rock's office is right next door, and they'd always have to walk through Farley and Spade's office to get there, and he'd always say, hey, did you guys write anything for me? And he was so good that everyone just wrote stuff for him, and he never wrote any of his scripts, and David Spade was telling this story, and he said, you know what, Chris, I'm tired of writing your scripts. Write your own one. And he's like, I'm just not any good. He's like, I don't fucking care. Write your own one. And so Farley turned into a script called Puppy Lawyer. And the name alone sounds funny. And David Spade said it was horrible, but he was so excited about it that it was just cool that he wrote one. And he told the story about how Fat Guy in a Little Coat came about is from Saturday Night Live. He'd always say, did you write me anything today? Did you write me anything? He's like, no, I'm busy writing. And he'd say, David, turn around. He's like, no, I'm not going to turn around. He's like, David, no, it's funny. It better not be Fat Guy in a Little Coat because it's stupid. No, turn around, David. It's not Fat Guy in a Little Coat. Hi, buddy. And then he'd turn around and be like, Fat Guy in a Little Coat. Fat Guy in a Little Coat. And that how it made it into Tommy Boy. So it's a really cute documentary, and it's really fun. And you can get it on Amazon. I think it's like $10.99 for the Blu-ray. I recommend it. It's just fun seeing all these people talk about him. And you see some skits I don't even remember. There's this one where he's called Dante, and he's this gay fashion designer. He has this mustache. And Adam Sandler is this FedEx guy, and he comes in and he says, and I guess Chris Farley's goal was to make people laugh and break character every sketch. So Sandler came in and he says, I need you to sign for this. And he's like, fine, I'll sign for this. And he's like scribbling and scratching the paper. And he's like, now make like a tree and leaf. And it's just so stupid. So funny stories like that. The best story about that is they were filming Tommy Boy. And so he couldn't be on Saturday Night Live as much. So he'd maybe have 1 or 2 skits a week. And when Tommy Boy was just about to be wrapped and he flew back to do Saturday Night Live, he found out he only had 1 line the whole show. And it was a skit called Pepper Boy, which was just for Adam Sandler. And it's Adam Sandler and Dana Carvey. And it's just like, you have to know how much pepper to put on. Is really stupid and silly and funny. And Chris Farley only had saying, his line was like, in the script it was, that was a perfect amount of pepper. And so they're telling, he's like, and Farley, he just wouldn't let it go. He says, I'll make everybody laugh. And no one believed him. And so they cut to the skit, and Farley is sitting there with the stupidest, fakest looking beard. And you can even see like the strings going around his head. So Sandler puts on the pepper, and he's like, well, I gotta tell you, that's the best perfect amount of pepper I've ever had. It's so stupid. And the beard looks so ridiculous on him. It's brilliant. And when you watch stuff like that and laugh so hard, and then you just realize what a talent he was. And
I don't know if it was you who was saying it, but like I never really pieced it together. Like his career was maybe like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From 1990 to 1995, really, and then he was
on Saturday Night Live in the early 90s?
Yeah, from 90 to 94, I think.
Oh, wow.
But he was suspended for a year because he was so fucked up. And when he came back and was sober, that's when he did Tommy Boy and Black Sheep, and he was sober during those movies. And
Beverly Hills Ninja?
Beverly Hills Ninja was actually when he started falling off again.
Yeah.
And they invited him back on Saturday Night Live in hopes that him being there would maybe clean him up, and then he died like 2 months later. So it's pretty sad. But he was a great talent, and he was really funny. So it was cool. Yeah, and that's what I watched this week.
Cool. The battery's getting low, so
cool. I think we only have one thing left, though, right?
And now, our feature presentation.
We both saw Man from U.N.C.L.E. this week. Do you want me to do Cop Car first, or should I do Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
Let's see what your son wants to do.
Yeah, he's all right. He's just...
let's do Man from U.N.C.L.E. last,
Cool.
so we can wrap it
Cool.
up together.
So this week I went and saw Cop Car, starring Kevin Bacon and directed by John Watts, who's doing the new Spider-Man film. And should people go see Cop Car? This is a hard movie to recommend, because the movie's good. Maybe I'll leave it at that. The movie's good. Here's the trailer for Cop Car.
How far do you think we've gone? 50 miles. If we're almost to the woods. Down. What? The cop car. There's no one in there. No way. Try this one. Awesome. What if someone sees us? We'll just tell them we're cops. Good idea. This is our copter! This is our copter! See how fast we can go.
Sheriff, we just got a report of 2 kids driving a cruiser.
Boys, I know you can hear me. You are in a whole lot of trouble. What we're looking at is a felony offense. Did you open up the trunk?
Are you a bad guy, Sheriff?
I know where to find you.
Are you okay?
You don't steal a cop car! What do you say we get you home safe?
So Cop Car is a good movie. It is.
But it's not for everybody.
But it's not for everybody. It starts really fun. And the movie's only like an hour and 20 minutes long. It's really short. It starts really funny. It's these two kids, and they're just walking. It takes place in Colorado, and they're walking through this like field, and this one kid says pussy, and the other kid says pussy. And so basically they're just saying curse words all over, and you find out that they're running away from home, and the one kid stole a Slim Jim from took a Slim Jim, so they can only have 2 centimeters of Slim Jim a day, and because they only have one Slim Jim while they're running away. And they're just walking through like this. Basically, it takes place in Fountain, Colorado, so kind of like mountains and plains. And so they get to this like little like dry creek, and there's a cop car there. And they decide to play in it, and they find that there's keys in it, and they turn it on and drive it away. And it's really cute because it kind of starts as like this cute little kid adventure at the beginning. And the one kid says, "Wait, do you know how to drive?" He says, "I've played Mario Kart." So he starts it, and they start going, and they're driving all over the place, and then it cuts to what happened, how the cop car got there, and it's Kevin Bacon, and he pulls a dead guy out of the trunk, and he drops him into a well, and as he comes back, because there's another body in there, the cop's not there, the car's not there anymore, and so he's freaking out, and he calls dispatch, says, "Hey, has anything weird come on?" And they said, "No." He said, "Well, call me on my phone because my radio's acting goofy." So it's him trying to get back the cop car from these kids. And he doesn't know where they're at, and the kids are pulling like the guns out and trying to use them, and the one kid puts on a bulletproof vest. And he says, "Okay, remember to shoot me in the vest," and they can't figure out how the guns work. And then eventually, I won't spoil it, but eventually Kevin Bacon does find out where they're at, and he's a bad cop. He's like he has drugs and things like that. So it's my guess is the dead guy was maybe a drug deal that went bad, or he's moving drugs through town. And the movie is shot really cool. The director's really good. He obviously doesn't have a big budget. And it seems because Kevin Bacon, he's an executive producer too, so maybe Kevin Bacon helped him get the movie made. But he does some really cool shots in it without very much money. There's a part where the kids are trapped in the back, and he's moving the camera between the two of them, and it looks really cool. There's a standoff in it that's shot really well. Yeah, I can see why they picked him, because the dramatic scenes are really good. I don't know if it's for everybody, simply because when you don't have the involvement of studios, you don't have to follow a structured storyline. So you don't have to have a middle, beginning, end. There is kind of a climax to it, but the movie ends really abruptly, and there's really no resolution to the film. So I think that's why some people have a problem with it, and I don't know if I can say it's for everybody. The performances are really good. The kids are really cute and good in it. Kevin Bacon's great in it. Yeah, so, I mean, if you're looking for a different kind of film, one that I've never seen before, I think it's definitely worth checking out, because it's different. And like I said, it leaves questions. It doesn't answer everything. It doesn't tell you exactly what Kevin Bacon's doing. It doesn't tell you why he killed people. Basically, this movie takes place over like 4 hours.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't have to tell you everything.
No, that's what I mean. So structurally, it might not work for everybody, but just know that the performances are good. The movie's really well made. And also, too, as I was going through, we interviewed the special effects people on it, that Midian.
Yeah.
They did the special effects on that. So
Monster Midian effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's cool that they use Colorado people, and I wished I didn't know John Watts was in town, because then I could play that up, too.
Yeah.
So good for them, and good for John Watts. So, yeah, go see it. I think you should see it.
Cool.
We both went and saw Man from U.N.C.L.E. Brad, should people go see Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
It's fun. It's a fun movie. It's good. It's not. Yeah.
I was gonna say the same thing. It's Guy Ritchie, so the movie's really fun.
Yeah. The dialogue's witty and
it has a really cool 1960s feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
Even Henry Cavill's character sounds like he's out of the 60s. Here's a trailer for Man from U.N.C.L.E.
You told me this was going to be a simple extraction. They were waiting for me. What was waiting for me was barely human. It tore the back off my car.
Grow a spine, Solo. This is the most dangerous time in our history. We recently discovered an international criminal organization with an atom bomb.
We have no choice but to work together on this.
America teaming up with Russia. That doesn't sound very friendly.
We'll leave you two to get acquainted.
I'll let you tag along, but it's in and out, no mess, and we both forget about in the morning.
This is not the Russian way. You ought to investigate Victoria Vinciguerra.
They will send an army to stop us.
We must give them an appropriate welcome.
It's better for the mission that we get to know each other a little bit more intimately.
What does that mean?
It means I like my woman strong.
So you want to wrestle?
I did not say that.
Hold on, cowboy!
For a special agent, you're not having a very special day, are you?
So sorry I can't stay to finish you off myself.
Your tracker's not sending a signal.
Do you want to check it?
Be my guest.
What are you doing down there?
Trying not to get lost.
I'll turn it on now.
Let's finish this.
Things could get a little messy.
Absolutely hate working with you, Pearl. You're a terrible spy, cowboy.
Oh, and you have a new code name.
Code name?
Uncle.
I mean, the trailer pretty much lays it out. America and Russia have to work together during the Cold War. And, of course, that's a big, taboo, and they don't like each other. And I thought the beginning was really cool where, they're basically going after the same girl, and they're trying to outsmart each other. And, Armie Hammer's character ripped the trunk off the car and stuff. And he's like some Superman.
Yeah.
I don't remember the original show. I think I've seen a couple episodes. But,
I've never seen anything for that show, yeah.
But I think aesthetically it looked really cool. I thought, obviously Guy Ritchie makes really cool movies anyways. I just thought it was fun. It went by really fast.
Yeah, the real highlight of it is just watching those two characters mentally spar against each other, and have to work together even though they don't like each other. And then, has a great twist when their bosses tell them to turn on each other again, basically. Because what are they going to do about that now?
Because it's great because it also plays up the Cold War paranoia, where the Americans are bad, the Russians are bad, and it's hard to think that there used to be a wall that divided Berlin, and I mean it came down 30-something years ago. So so I love the aesthetic of the film.
Yeah,
it was shot really well. I think Guy Ritchie always has tons of energy in his films.
Some creative.
Yeah,
things going on.
Because I liked his panel stuff that he was doing.
Oh yeah, the
when
montages with the panels. Yeah,
I loved when they were looking through night vision.
Good God, give me attention.
I love when they were looking through night vision because it was it looked like 60s. It was all red and the music was cool. And and it's just a clever film. I mean, it's something as simple as they're picking out outfits for that girl was really funny.
Yeah.
It doesn't always have to match, cowboy. I love too that the American played the Russian, and the two British actors were American.
Americans, yeah.
Jared Harris and Henry Cavill, and yeah. So
you know, it's weird. It's like that panel stuff was so much fun, and yet none of the Marvel movies do that.
I know. I wonder.
Like that'd be a
I
great.
think Guy
touch
Ritchie
to
would
those
make
movies.
a cool Marvel movie.
Yeah. What else? What are the characters have they not put a release date on that he'd probably be good for?
That's a good question. What would Guy Ritchie do well?
Give him Fantastic Four.
Yeah, he'd probably make a cool Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Of course, it'd be Vinnie Jones, Jason Statham. That would be sweet. Vinnie Jones is a thing. Oi, get me out of these fucking rocks.
Stealth English accents.
So, yeah, I had a lot of fun watching
Right,
it.
I'm Reed Richards.
Yeah. I'm Reed Richards.
And I'm the thing.
I'll solve your problem, thing. But I need to know if you're wearing a wire. Yeah, I mean, I just think his movies are cool. I don't think I've ever watched a Guy Ritchie film and not been entertained. But I haven't seen that one he made with Madonna, so maybe I don't know all of them. But for the most part, I think he makes cool movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I really have nothing bad to say about the film. I had fun watching it the whole time.
Probably the only thing is, for me, is just the overall story of like trying to track down a nuclear device.
Yeah, I mean, but to me, that's like 60s spy stuff anyways.
Yeah.
So
it's all the stuff that happens in between that's a
Yeah.
lot of fun, and then
Yeah,
how they one up the woman at the end is great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is pretty cool. And I also, I love how cool, like, his character is, Napoleon Solo, when he realizes his, like, drink
is
is
that the actual
laced.
character's name in the series?
Yeah. I don't know.
It just feels like someone like Napoleon Dynamite and Han Solo or something.
Yeah.
So
God!
I need to
get those nuclear weapons. But I love
speaking of which, Mission Impossible, like people were talking about it, about how weird the villain, like he has that like that like hissy voice, and it just reminded me of Kip from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
I'm just watching hot babes on the internet.
Yeah.
Come on, Ethan.
Come on, Ethan. That's funny. But yeah, it's like, you know, when his character is drugged with the scotch and he starts fixing like a bed so he can lay down.
Because he's used to
Yeah.
getting poisoned. Yeah.
Or, you know, I think the biggest Guy Ritchie moment was when that doctor, their Nazi doctor, was put in the electric chair and they left the
him
room
alone.
to talk about what they're going to do to him, and he ended up catching on fire while they're talking.
That's great. Yeah, there's just fun little pieces like that throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even a clever use of sound. There's that one part where she was going to lunch with her uncle and it was playing like that 60s style music, and they were talking and it had subtitles, and then when she rolled down the window you could hear their voices. I thought that was really clever. So yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a fun, like, breezy movie, I think that one's pretty awesome.
And I saw it in like the lower left-hand corner of the IMAX screen. So
you saw it in IMAX?
Yeah.
Is it worth it in IMAX?
Well, again, I can't judge. If I was in the middle,
probably better.
But I was down in the lower left with some lady crunching her popcorn bag the whole time during the dramatic, quiet parts, and then a row of bros making like, "Oh, I have the funniest joke ever. I'm going to tell my friends." Throughout the whole movie. And then behind me was some
They're
like
doing that in
snobby
IMAX?
Cherry Creek lady.
So they're paying $16 to be ignorant. Wow.
Yeah. There was like they had a lot of VIP reserve seats. So like it took us forever to get in. Then we did get in. There was only like 4 rows at the bottom, and then they had to wait until like 5 minutes before the movie.
Oh, that's right. You
like,
saw an advanced screening of it.
Yeah. So it was free. Can't complain too much. Thanks, Warner Brothers. But
yeah,
at the same time, like I just wish I could. I love the drive-in so much because I can just sit there and enjoy it.
Yeah, I want to say I love the music in this movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool.
The whole 60s aesthetic is great.
Yeah.
And the joke where like the Russians have all the sleek gear and the
the
Americans have all this clunky, outdated stuff. It's fun.
Yep. All right, I saw Ex Machina again this week. I didn't mention it, but the girl from Ex Machina is really good in it too.
Yeah, she's the female.
She's a female Gabby. Yeah. What's her? Alicia
Vikander.
Yeah, Vikander. So she's
Hey, we're doing a podcast here.
He doesn't care. So yeah, I had fun. Like I would recommend it if you want a fun movie. Next week we're seeing Sinister 2. Well, I am. I don't know if you.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I have some shoots going on that weekend. So.
Okay, cool. No worries.
Or I'll see something indie.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye. Visit our website, realnerdspodcast.com. You can tweet us at real_nerds. You can email us even, realnerds@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook. Hey, stream us on Stitcher. You want to call us? 720-6nerds5. And download us on iTunes. Just search Real Nerds. Thank you, Joe Kempter, for the wonderful voiceover. And also Spark Mandrill for the wonderful late-night jazz smooth sounds of movies. You can find him on SoundCloud. This has been a Nebulous Visions production.